And because I understand the overall trajectory, which is aiming towards 18 frequency, I understand that this is not just about personal karma. This is about karma of the bloodline. This is about karma of your previous lifetimes. This is about karma of your spirit, all culminated. Okay. In order to break away from those blockages, in order to gain freedom, in order to balance, right, and escape that 15 energy that is about discomfort, that is about restriction, one has to walk through darkness. One has to endure opposition. There is no way out. In order to escape darkness, you must ascend. The only way towards ascension is through. What God ordains, you must endure. Now let's talk about the next sequence here we have is 544. 44, I've already talked about multiple times in my content, is the number of the ancestral warrior, is the number of a being who was intended to gain awareness because of that 4 energy. It is the number of someone that is meant to fulfill agreements from bloodline to bloodline. It is the number of someone who is intended to break chains for a long line of energies. Okay, so the total of the sequence is also 13, but the total in 4 and 4 is 8. So what this means is this is an individual who is the hope of a bloodline, who is the bridge from 15 to 13 energy. And what that is going to require is for that being to occupy that space of 18 frequency, which is not easy, which requires tables being turned, which requires doing uncomfortable things that you are not going to understand, but spirit understands. Because only spirit understands the full magnitude of what has been done by your own bloodline. Things you cannot see because it is prior to your lifetime, right? But spirit knows all. The eye knows all. Hence why I wear it. When you trust the eye, when you trust God, when you trust your bloodline and your ancestry, and you trust that things are going to play out in order to balance things for that heritage, for that bloodline, it makes reframing that much easier in the realm of 8. Okay? Realm of 8 work relies on trusting the universe. Realm of 8 work relies on trusting that everything that happens, everything that you do is being done, or it happens because it needs to balance cosmic energy, because it is justice. So a lot of times we get caught up and we're like, oh, I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I did that. But you're not understanding and you're not trusting. You're not understanding that it needed to be done to balance something that's already been done to you, to your bloodline. Do you get it? Let's talk about a spider briefly. We're talking about a manifestation of 8 energy. How hard is it for you to watch a spider trap an insect and consume it the way it does? But if you can understand it's justified, and you can trust that the act itself is cosmic balance, cosmic justice, you can allow things to play out as they need to play out in order for justice and balance to prevail. All right, so the next sequence we want to talk about in our 5-sequence timeline is going to be 546. So when we talk about 46, we're talking about 2 digits that total 10. We're talking about awareness and agreement, communication, information, pulling in 6 energy, totaling 10. So what this means is that this awareness is needed to change your day-to-day life in the way that needs to be changed in order to manifest a new spiritual experience. Okay, a level up. Awareness is needed to change it. Otherwise, the current trajectory will remain 15 or 13. Okay? When we talk about awareness being gained, we talk about the true necessity for ascension. We talk about an understanding. We talk about being able to understand things in the way most cannot. Okay? This is important. This is essential. And because we talk about the total of 5, 4, and 6 being 15, we talk about this awareness being the key to break away from current restriction, to break away from current discomfort, to break away from the current ego state. That is another thing that 5 represents. We talk about awareness, the awareness that's gained through this darkness being the key to breaking away from restriction resulting from trauma. So we talk about this awareness as a gift. We talk about this awareness as truly being a key to freedom. All right, so here, when we talk about 549, we're talking about the real discomfort. We're talking about the real difficult energies to navigate, right? And truly having to trust source, truly having to trust 8 energy. We're talking about awareness. We're talking about an agreement to pull in an ending, to end, right? We're talking about the willingness that's required to release, the agreement that's required to break patterns, the agreement that's required to end a person, place, or thing. This 49 energy is needed to jump from 15 to 13. This is an agreement being made with the universe at the end of the day for an energetic shift. And it's not easy. It's not comfortable. This is intended to break a current trajectory. This is a sacrifice. This is a required sacrifice. This is needed for a realm of 8 shift. All right, now the last sequence I want to talk about in this video is 558. When we talk about 58, the total of this is 13. The total of the sequence is 18. So we're talking about discomfort to balance. We're talking about mastery of the ego. We're talking about understanding the karma, understanding the trauma that has programmed your ego, overcoming that energy in order to achieve true spiritual freedom, in order to understand the ongoings of cosmic justice. We're talking about everything that I just talked about in this video. We're talking about understanding what needs to be done in order to achieve spiritual freedom, what needs to be understood. We're talking about no longer holding on to those energies that keep you in a 13 state, that keep you normal, that keep you mundane, that keep you basic, that keep you okay with accepting the status quo and what's fed to you and what's taught to you. You're breaking away from all of that. You're walking through darkness in a way that the universe has no choice but to acknowledge. You are learning things no one in your bloodline has learned before. You are overcoming things no one in your bloodline has overcome before. You are freeing yourself and freeing your bloodline and future descendants from things no one has been brave enough to do before. You are chosen. You have responsibility. You have the light that's required to walk through the darkness, be dimmed, and reignited again. I hope this information helps you in some way, shape, or form. Heal, my loves, fearlessly. Take care.